Hi, I'm Kevin Klein, City Councilor for Charleswood, Tuxedo, Westwood. April 23rd, we had a standing policy committee meeting for water and waste. That is the one committee that I'm involved with at this time. We had a number of items come up, well, three, that required discussing. There's one that I want to fill you in on in detail because it allowed me to ask a question, and now I've found something that is very important to me, and I hope it's very important to you. The other one I need to talk to residents in Tuxedo about first, especially residents that live along Wellington Crescent as it enters into Assiniboine Park. We've had some riverbank stabilization issues there. And recently the process has been taken behind closed doors. And I'm not happy with that, and I'm not happy with the current approach to doing that. I think it's going to cost you more money, and I don't think it's the most effective way. But I need to talk to the residents. I need to represent their feelings, and I need to properly voice their concerns or their approval of going forward. So we'll talk about it another time. The item that I want to talk a little more about is the first item that came forward. It was for the committee to approve a contract to an organization outside of the province of Manitoba. We approve every contract. Outside of Manitoba to do a combined water and sewer work. A great project, a great way to invest our money because it will pay dividends in the city for years to come, and it will pay environmental dividends. This is when you can look at a project and say, sure, in the business sector you look for a return on investment, but here you look for value in your investment or a return on the community, a return for the environment. It has all of that because it will help reduce the pollution that we're putting directly into our rivers, which is impacting our lakes. So a great project, and it is a small part of the bigger green infrastructure project that we're trying to get running at full speed in the city of Winnipeg. The question that I had, and it came up because of all the reviewing of our financial status. We know we're going to have an economic problem. We're having it now. It's going to get worse. We have to deal with that. I did ask why the contract was going outside the province. I'm looking into some of the reasoning behind it, but I appreciate the fact that they said out of all the bids that were received, this company had the most experience and they were 20% lower than any Winnipeg company that came forward. Okay. I need to do more work on that and understand that better and see and talk to some of the companies in Winnipeg and see why that is and learn more about it. But I asked the question directly, where in these contracts or bids do we require a certain percentage or a specific number of Winnipeggers that must be hired to work on this project? Doesn't matter what position it is, you're laborers or you need a welder or you need whatever it is you might need for the job. And I appreciate the fact that I got a very quick and honest answer that we do not ask for that in any of our contracts or any of our requests for proposals. No bids come in identifying that they will hire people in Winnipeg. I told them at that point, I appreciated the information, but I believe that that's wrong and that we need to advocate strongly to have that changed clearly. It needs to be open. I want people to be able to go online and see it because it's your money we're spending. And it's so important every day of the year that we invest back into our community when we can and how we can. But it's more important now. Thousands, tens of thousands of people have lost their job in Manitoba. If we're going to spend $17 million, let's spend some of it on those that are paying the bill when we can. We should do it all the time, but if there's times we have to go outside, we have to consider those factors. But we can say to them, you're going to have to hire 12, 15, 25% of your staff in Winnipeg to work on that project or you're not getting it. And I promised them, and I'm promising you, I will advocate for that daily if I have to make that something that is in all requests for proposals, and that we only sign contracts of people that are outside the province that will adhere to those obligations. It is so important for our economy to do that. It is so important for the future of our economy to do that, for our youth to do that. We don't need to spend $17 million and put it outside the province we get benefit from it, so not all 17 million are going outside. I understand that. But we need to do our best to try and keep that money locally. The other stuff that I talked about, I'll dig into that. Why are Winnipeg companies so much higher? Where are the problems? I'd like to find that out, and I'm going to make that one of my objectives because, again, I think that's so important during these times of economic uncertainty. Now, we heard that the city's capital projects are going to create 2,300 jobs. But then I found out that we don't have a requirement for out-of-province organizations to hire people from Winnipeg. So is it 2,300 jobs? It's a small point, but it's important. I think especially now with tens of thousands of people out of a job. I'll keep pushing for this. If you wish, I would love to have your support. Share it online, share this online. Let's get people talking about it. Put it on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you like. But I think this is a Winnipeg issue, and a Winnipeg issue we can fix quickly to encourage more employment in the city of Winnipeg. Take care.